Welcome to Hazel's Heroes for March 1990. Remember, Hazel's Heroes is a program that's jointly sponsored by the Hazel Park Schools and the Hazel Park Lions Club to recognize outstanding elementary students. We have a number of elementary students with us today, and we're going to start with students from Edison School and students from Hoover. And I think I'm going to start with this young lady in the long hair right down here from Edison School. Are you from Edison School?
No, I'm from
You're
Hoover.
from Hoover, okay. What's your name?
Lisa
And your last name, Lisa.
Norsworthy,
And how old are you?
11,
11. What grade?
5th,
5th grade? How long have you gone to Hoover School?
since 1st grade.
Since 1st grade? Where'd you go before you went to Hoover? Do you remember?
No,
A long time ago, right? How do you like Hoover School?
I like it.
What do you like best about Hoover?
Everything.
You like best everything, right? Do you have a class or a teacher you like the best, or do you have something that you do better than others?
No,
You just like everything about school. Do you have in the classroom that you like the best? Do you like math the best, or reading, or social studies, science?
I like reading the best.
You like reading? How much time do you spend reading each day?
In school,
Mm-hmm.
about an hour,
An hour each day. Now, do you read when you're home, too?
sometimes.
Sometimes. What do you read when you're at home?
Books,
Do you get them from the library?
sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. Why are you a Hazel hero?
Well, I got picked from my service squad teacher,
Your service squad teacher. And who is your service squad teacher?
Miss McMullen.
And what is the service squad?
It's where you help the teacher with anything that she wants help with.
Okay. And Mrs. McMullen, excuse me, is an art teacher, right?
Yep.
So you obviously help Mrs. McMullen with her class. Or in her room, right?
Yep.
What do you help her do?
Well, we make copies of stuff, and we draw pictures for her to help the other kids.
Okay. There's a lot of things that have to take place in art class, right? Lots of materials, and people need to have copies so they can do this, that, and the other thing, right? And you're able to help out do that?
Yeah.
How'd you get to do that?
Well, we have like a teacher, and you sign up for service squad,
Okay.
and you get picked.
You get picked. And you were assigned to Mrs. McMullen. Does that mean that you're good in art?
Yeah.
It does. I figured that you must be good in art because to draw and things like that, it does help, doesn't it? Okay.
Yes.
I know Mrs. McMullen, when she wrote on the paper for me, that she really appreciates all the work that you do and help her out. It makes her classes go a lot easier. Hi.
Hi,
What's your name?
Amy.
Amy. What's your last name, Amy?
Bush.
Amy Bush. And how old's Amy Bush?
9.
And why are you wearing the green? Huh?
Mrs. Grant gave it to me.
Mrs. Grant gave it to you? You had one too. I didn't see it under your hair, right? Do you know when St. Patrick's Day is?
Mm-hmm.
When?
Saturday.
Saturday. Are you going to do something special on St. Patrick's Day?
Mm-hmm.
Going to wear more green stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at all the green we have today, right? And what grade are you in?
4th.
4th grade? Who's your teacher?
Mrs. Katz.
And Mrs. Katz said some really nice things about you, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get a chance to read what she wrote?
Not really.
Okay. She said that you're just really an outstanding student, really good student. And I guess the thing that I liked most about what I read about you was that she really thought that you're not only a really good academic student, but you're really good citizenship too. And you can help people, and when you help them, you don't make them feel bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long have you gone to Hoover School?
Since kindergarten.
Okay. Do you have one thing in school that you like better than others?
The teachers.
The teachers. Tell me the teachers that you've had so far.
Mrs. English.
Mrs. English was your kindergarten teacher, right? And she's
Mrs.
retired now, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mrs. Fulmer,
Mrs.
Mrs. Cox, Seawax. And Mrs. Seawax was a grade 2. And Mrs. Cax.
Wow. And so you like them all.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem to have done a good job with you.
Mm-hmm.
And are you a service squad person?
Mm-mm.
You haven't done that yet. Do you have to be 5th grade before you can do that? You do? Okay. I bet you will next year, though, won't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably so. Well, we appreciate what you do for us. You know, I know that Mrs. Kotz appreciates the fact that you're able to work as hard as you do and accomplish all those neat things, right?
Mm-hmm.
You keep up the good work,
Okay.
all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and keep wearing the green, right? All right. Do you have any green today? Yeah, I saw that. I knew you were going to do that. You got green mark on your hand, right?
Yeah.
And you're from Edison School, right? What's your name?
Keith Brown,
Keith Brown. How old are you, Keith?
12 and a half.
12 and a half. What grade?
6.
6th grade. Oh, you're one of the real big shots over there, right? Huh? Have you been over to junior high yet?
Yeah.
So, they haven't done their orientation yet, though, have they?
No.
Where they tell you where the classes are and things
No.
like that. Are you ready to go on to junior high?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. What are you going to do when you get to junior high? Have any thoughts?
Play basketball and football.
Okay, and you play basketball now, right?
Yep.
What position do you play?
Point guard, and forward.
Point guard and forward. And are you guys still in the season, or is the season almost over?
The season's almost over. We have 5 games left.
5 games left. And how many points you score a game?
I scored 10 last night.
You did? 10 points from your point guard position?
Yep.
No kidding. So you had to take all those shots from way out?
Yeah, some of them.
Some of them? Okay. Why are you Hazel Hero?
I didn't look at the thing out in the... Well, one reason is I participate in stuff and I do my homework.
Okay. And I think that's what your teacher, and who's your teacher again?
Miss Sumlin.
She indicated that sometimes when the students are involved in lots of extracurricular stuff, like basketball and things like that, they tend not to get their homework done, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Mrs. Emily indicated in the written stuff that you almost always probably, get your homework done, right?
Yep.
How much time do you spend on homework each night?
Well, I have homework center after school.
So you go to
Homework,
homework
yeah.
center right after school, right? And that lasts for about an hour?
Yeah.
And that lets you get all your work done,
Yeah.
right? That's super. Super. And who teaches the homework center?
Miss Lorenz.
Okay, Miss Lorenz is from Roosevelt School. Yeah, right. I think she teaches kindergarten over there,
Yeah.
doesn't she? And then she comes over to your school and teaches the homework center. And we have homework centers in a number of our schools. Do you guys have a homework center over at Hoover School? Yeah. You do? Okay, and I know a number of our schools have homework centers for kids to go there, and it really does help out because sometimes we as parents don't always do things the way teachers do it. Did you ever know that?
Yeah.
Ever happen to you? My little boy tells me that all the time. You know, my little boy's in the 4th grade, and he tells me that I don't do the math the same way his teacher does. And he gets mad at me when I try and help him because he says, that's not the way my teacher told me. So at the homework center, then you have someone right there to help you out who's a teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
That works out good. Hi. You're listening to my lecture, right?
Yeah.
And what's your name?
Margaret Davidson.
And how old are you, Margaret?
9.
9? What grade?
4.
4th grade. And I remember reading you went to Florida, right?
Yeah.
When did you go to Florida?
I forgot.
Very long ago?
No.
Just a little bit ago. Maybe you went at winter break, huh? In February?
The week before that.
The week before. You went down to visit your grandfather,
Mm-hmm.
who's in Englewood, did you tell me?
Yeah.
And that's on the west side of the state. I go right over there when my mom and dad live over there. And in fact, sometimes when I go to the beach, I go to the beach at Englewood. How you like that?
It's okay.
Did you get a chance to see the ocean?
Yeah.
The Gulf of Mexico, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's really big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you go swimming?
No, I just walked on the shore.
Just walked on the shore. And did you get your feet in the salt water?
Yeah.
It was kind of cool. No, it was warm down there when you were there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really warm. How can you go swimming?
The waves are too high.
All the waves are too high. A lot bigger waves than they have on the lakes here, aren't they?
Mhm.
Yeah, the water. Did you like the water? Was it warm?
Yeah.
Warm. Did you taste it?
Yeah.
It was really salty, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And why are you a Hazel hero?
For being an excellent student and doing a good job.
And you're a service squad person, right?
Mhm.
And where do you work? And
In the Learning Center for Mrs. Sutton.
you work in the Learning Center for Mrs. Sutton.
Mhm.
And what are you doing there?
I put up the chairs and washboards.
Okay. And you do that every day?
Mhm.
Every day after school, you go in there and wash the boards and get it all set for the next day, right?
Mhm.
So it's nice and clean, and then you have the chairs on the table so the custodian can clean up real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. And do anything else for Mrs. Sutton?
No.
Don't you work the door also?
Yeah.
Okay. And if I remember reading correctly, it was that you always have a bright, smiling face when people come to the door. And you do your job well, right?
Yeah.
And it's important that we have a number of people help us out because schools have lots of doors, don't they? And
Yeah.
kids can come in and get in the wrong place, and some little kids can come in the wrong place and get lost in school, right? Glad to have you guys as Hazel Heroes. Our next group of heroes come from Roosevelt and Ford. Did I get that right, guys? Okay. Hey, I'm glad. I'm going to start with this young lady right here. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Jacqueline Mahalik.
Jacqueline Mahalik?
Mhm.
And how old are you, Jacqueline?
8,
8 years old? What grade does that make you?
7.
7th grade?
I mean 2nd.
Wow, you're a little short for the 7th grade, aren't you?
Yeah.
The 2nd grade. Hey, what's this on your arm?
My hand stamp.
What does a hand stamp mean?
It's for lunch.
For lunch?
Yeah.
Now, you guys get a choice of lunches, don't you?
Yeah.
When you buy your lunch or when you eat lunch at school, you don't take your lunch. And what were the choices today?
Chopstick or hamburger on a bun.
And what did you take?
Chopstick.
You got chopped steak. And what comes with chopped steak? And I know you haven't gotten it yet, but what do you think will come with it?
Mashed potatoes, milk. And that's all.
Okay, so you get mashed potatoes and milk and probably some bread or a roll or something
Yeah.
like that. Okay. And you could either have that or a
Hamburger.
hamburger. Okay. And have you ever had the hamburgers?
Yeah.
Are they good?
No.
So you chose the steak not because you wanted the steak, but because the hamburger wasn't any good, right?
Right.
Okay. Why are you a Hazel hero?
Because when a handicapped child in our classroom is having difficulty, I ask quietly if I can help.
Yeah, and I guess when I read about that, I see that that you do it in such a way that no one really knows. You don't draw attention to anybody, right?
Right.
You do it because that's what you want to do, not that you want somebody to see you do it, right?
Right.
And I guess the other thing that that I read about you was that you always tell the truth.
Right.
And, you know, I don't think that students recognize how important that is, that people tell the truth, because then you know if you ask them something, you're going to find out for sure what it's about, as opposed to some pretend stuff that they can't. That just doesn't make you reliable, right?
Right.
Okay. And who's your teacher at?
Miss Calibro.
Miss Calibro. And do you have a favorite thing you do in her class?
Spelling.
Spelling. How many spelling words do you have a week?
14 or 15.
14 or 15? Are they hard words?
No.
Tell me some of the words that you got for this week.
Why, when, what, which.
They call those the WH questions, right?
Yeah.
All the WH questions you're doing this week, and you probably know all those. Do you take spelling words home?
Yeah.
Do you have homework?
Sometimes.
How many nights a week do you do homework?
Almost every week.
Almost every night?
Mhm.
Just a little bit each night? How long do you spend?
45 minutes.
Okay, 45 minutes. And that seems about right, and I think that that's kind of what most of us think that second grade students should be doing. About 20 to 30 minutes a night homework, right? What are you getting for lunch?
Same.
Chop steak? Have you had the hamburgers?
Yes.
And that's why you're getting the chop steak?
Mm-hmm.
I won't tell Mr. Thomasak. Mr. Thomasak is the guy that makes all that stuff. And I won't tell him that you guys don't like his hamburgers. What's wrong with his hamburgers?
Nothing.
The steak is just a lot better, right?
Yes.
Is that what it is? The steak is just really good and the hamburgers aren't nearly as good as chop steak. What are these?
Friendship bracelets.
What kind of bracelets?
Friendship.
Friendship bracelets. Does that mean that you have... Is this two or just one?
One.
This is just one. So does that mean you have two friends?
No.
What does it mean?
So they can fit your hand.
I mean, but you got two different bracelets, a pink one and a black one here.
I don't know. My dad just got them for me.
Oh, your dad got them for you? Your dad is your friend? Hey, that can't be all bad. And you got a ring, too?
For my friend Rachel.
Oh. You can't get that on your arm, no. That's neat. When'd you get that?
My friend just gave it to me.
And your dad just got these and gave them to you?
Up north.
No kidding. Were you on vacation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he must have felt really good about lots of things. I got one, right? Did you know? See, I got one. My little boy gave me one. What's your name?
Kristen Trout.
And how old are you, Kristen?
Going on 9.
Going on 9? When are you going to be 9?
June the 11th.
June the 11th. Is 9 a big milestone where you get to do some extra stuff when you're 9?
No.
Like, stay up
Probably
later?
Teach my sister stuff.
You'll be more responsible for your sister, right?
Yes.
How old's your sister?
She just turned 5 March 11th.
She just turned 5, so she probably thinks you're a pretty important person, right?
If I say something, she'll do the same to my mom. So I can't say nothing bad.
Oh, that's right. You have to be a good example, right?
That's what my mom tells me.
Yeah, well, it's true, because lots of people need to be examples to other people, and little brothers and sisters, especially when they're like 3 or 4 years younger, they really look to you for the example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they do absolutely what you do, right?
When she copies off of me, I realize what I'm doing. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, that's right. You don't even see yourself do it, but when she does it, and you say, that's what you did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why are you Hazel Hero?
I never talk out of turn, and I never rush through papers just to get them done, and I'm friendly to all my friends, and I'm helpful.
I guess I remember reading that your teacher, and who's your teacher?
Miss Anderson.
Miss Anderson wrote that you're a perfectionist. That's a pretty big word, right? You know what perfectionist means?
Perfect.
Yeah, you try to be very, very perfect in all the papers that you turn in. Your papers are always done very neatly, and you don't rush through just to get things done. You have them all. You probably have all your math problems all lined up nice and neat. You have good handwriting. Yes, you can do, right? Those are the important things, and I guess if each of us try as hard as we can, that's what it's all about, right?
Yep.
And be a good example to your little sister, right?
I'll try.
Yeah, you will, I'm sure. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Julie Yusuf.
And how old are you, Julie?
11.
And what grade?
6.
Oh, so you're a big shot over at Ford School, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be going on to Beecher Junior High.
Yep.
Have you been over there?
No.
You don't know anything about Beecher?
No.
It's kind of scary to think about going over to Beecher.
Yeah.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Only one sister.
Is she over there?
No.
Oh, she's younger than you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to be a good example?
Yeah.
How old is your sister?
7.
And what's her name?
Charlene.
Charlene? So she's like 4 years younger than you are, too, right? And do you notice the same thing that happens?
Sometimes.
That when you do certain things, then she kind of follows you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you're a Hazel Hero because you work in the library, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a service squad person?
Yeah.
And who's your librarian?
Miss Belletti.
Miss Belletti. And what kind of things do you do in the library?
Put up chairs and straighten books.
Okay. Do you have to put the books back where they belong?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know where they belong?
From the letters and numbers and stuff.
From the letters and numbers? You know how to do that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to go to the bookcases and look up those numbers, right?
Mm.
The Dewey Decimal System, isn't it? I think that's what it is. And each book is cataloged according to numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how long have you done this?
A few months.
What'd you do before that as a service squad person?
I've never been a service squad.
You never worked for a service squad before?
No.
Do you have a favorite class in school?
Math.
Math? What kind of things do you do in math as a sixth grader?
Fractions and stuff.
Fractions? Are you adding and subtracting?
Mm.
Multiplying?
Yeah.
And dividing? Are you? And you have all the numerators and denominators and all that kind of stuff. Boy, that makes you do all the processes at once, doesn't it? You have to add and subtract, multiply, and divide all the time when you do fractions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you like that?
No. Sort of.
Well, that's good for you. We're glad to have people that help us out in the library. Libraries are big places and always have lots of books. And this young lady also works in the library, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, tell me, how many books do you think they have in the Ford School Library?
I think 1,000 or something.
They probably have 1,000, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
They sure do have a lot of them, don't they?
Yeah, they have a lot.
Well, how would you like to have as your job to take those books off and dust every one of them?
Oh my God, I'll never do that.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that? What's your name?
My name's Mao Yang.
Mao Yang, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how old are you, Mao?
I'm 11.
11 years old. And what grade does that make you in?
6.
Sixth grade. Same as your friend here?
Yeah.
And do you guys work in the library together?
Yeah.
Who works the hardest?
I don't know.
Do you think you work harder than she does?
I don't know. But she went somewhere on vacation for 2 months, and I had to do them alone.
You had to do all the work. So you're really glad to have her back, right?
Yeah.
And because there are lots of chairs and lots of things to do in the library, right?
Uh-huh.
And how long have you gone to Ford School?
I think 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years? And where'd you go to school before that?
I lived in New Jersey.
In New Jersey?
Yeah.
Okay, so you went to school in New Jersey?
Uh-huh.
And, of course, you liked Ford School a lot better than school in New Jersey, right?
I don't know.
Sure you do. Mr. May will be watching this, and you need to tell him that you really do, right? We're glad to have you here, and we're glad to have all the help that you help us out in the library, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right, thanks a lot. There we have it. Hazel's Heroes from Roosevelt and Ford, right? Our next group of heroes come from Webster School and from United Oaks. And I'm going to start right down here with this person from United Oaks. Teresa, I believe, is your name, right?
Right.
And what's your last name, Teresa?
Ewald.
Teresa Ewald? And how old are you, Teresa?
10.
10. Which makes you what grade?
4th.
How do you like 4th grade?
It's okay.
What kind of things you been studying in 4th grade?
I don't know.
You don't know what you've been studying?
Well, just the regular.
Regular 4th grade stuff,
Yeah.
right? Okay, I guess I remember something that I heard that you studied about Abraham Lincoln, right? Who was Abraham Lincoln?
President.
He was a president. And did you do a report on Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah. All the 4th graders did.
All the 4th graders had to do a report. And what did you include with your report?
A little, house of sticks with Abe laying inside reading a book.
Okay, and where'd you get the idea to do that?
I don't know. I just looked in the books of Abraham Lincoln, and they showed a log house, so I said, well, why don't I just put the sticks against the thing, and it might look more like a log house.
And so you made a little log house to go with your report. And how'd you make Abe Lincoln?
Well, I just bought him at the store for it, the dollhouse.
Oh, I see. So you bought a little tiny Abe Lincoln. Yeah. And what did you make his log house out of?
Well, I just took a box that we had laying around, and then I went outside and collected a lot of twigs and branches and everything, and then we cut them and glued them onto the box.
Okay. And so the house was really a box with the twigs and all
Yeah.
that. That was a neat idea. Was that all your idea?
Sort of. My
Sort
mom
of?
and I came up with it
Okay,
together.
that's really neat. Now, we talked about other friendship bracelets. These are really fancy friendship bracelets, right? Is that what they are?
Yeah.
And where'd you get those?
Well, my mom and dad got them for me. Let's see. Well, these are only 3 of them because I got straight A's, and
You got all A's?
yeah, and my mom and dad gave me a bracelet for every A I got.
How many did you get?
I'm not sure.
Well,
I'm not sure how
Do
many.
you think
6, 7. I don't know.
6 or 7?
How-
And I was interested to see your fingernails. Your fingernails are all different colors, right?
Yeah, the red, white, and blue for the school colors.
Red, white, and blue. And that's the school colors? That's
Mhm.
the...
Last year it was orange and black, but we changed them.
how did you guys change it?
Well, somebody said that we should get different colors, so then all the teachers and everybody made suggestions. Then they voted on it, and then the top 3 the kids voted on.
I see. Now, what is this little thing here? You got a
The
medal?
MEEPS award.
And what is MEEP? Do you know what MEEP is?
Well, it's like a test that the 4th graders take. The other grades take them, I think. But it's like a test. Well, you have it in... Well, for the 4th grade, you have it in reading and math. And you just got to fill in the squares and stuff.
Okay. And why did you get a medal?
Well, I was one of the top... what do you call it? The top scored.
I think what they gave the medals for were those people who scored 100%, right? So you didn't miss any questions, right?
Right.
And the MEEP stands for the Michigan Assessment Test. And all 4th, 7th, and 10th grade students take them. And it kind of lets us know what kind of job we're doing, right? And you did a really good job. That's
Thank you.
good. Glad to have you here. Goodness, it sounds like you really do well, and I think that's what your teacher is trying to say, is that you're a Hazel hero because you put lots of effort into your schoolwork, right? Yeah, and effort helps sometimes, right? Hi.
Hi.
Do you put effort into your schoolwork? Yeah, you do, huh? I think all of us do, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes schoolwork's hard, sometimes it's easy, right?
Yep.
And sometimes we do better in some classes and better and not as good in others, right? Now, I see a circle on your hand. It's different than the circles I've seen before. It says 1. And that must be that you guys have a choice of 1 or 2, right? The lunches today. And what's number 1?
It was the steak and mashed potatoes with gravy.
Steak, mashed potatoes, and gravy. So you're not buying a hamburger either, right? Can you tell me what's wrong with the hamburger?
I don't know. When we get them, the buns are soggy.
You got they have soggy buns on the hamburgers, huh? So you much rather just have. Well, I hope Mr. Tomasak is listening to this because it seems like everybody's boycotting his hamburger, right? You heard somebody else is not going to buy a hamburger either, right? Are you buying your lunch today?
No, I'm a home lunch.
Your home lunch, okay. I was going to check and see. Well, what's your name?
Carrie.
And your last name, Carrie?
Adrian.
Carrie Adrian. How old are you?
9.
9. And where'd you get the fancy sweatshirt?
United Oak School.
That's the same, matches her T-shirt, right? And you got a sweatshirt and same. It says United Oaks Eagles. And that's your that's the official sweatshirt for United Oaks. Is that going to be forever now?
I don't know.
You don't know. What grade are you in?
3rd.
3rd? Now, how do you like being 3rd grade?
It's okay.
What do you guys do in 3rd grade?
Well, we do math, spelling, and stuff.
Math, spelling, and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, the regular stuff.
Okay. Why are you a Hazel hero?
Because I help others and I get all my work done.
That's an important thing to get your work done, right? I mean, it's always nice to help other people, but the most important thing is that you get all your stuff done first, right? Do you have homework?
Today, I don't know yet.
You don't know. What about yesterday? Did you have a homework yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of homework did you have?
I had reading. We had to read a story.
How long did it take?
Just about 10 minutes.
About 10 minutes. So you worked about 10 minutes? Okay. Glad to have you, a hard-working student at United Oak School, right? Pretty fancy sweatshirts, aren't they?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Crystal,
And your last name, Crystal?
Esselman,
And how old are you, Crystal?
8,
And what grade does that make, Crystal?
2nd.
Second grade. How do you like the second grade?
I don't know.
You don't know? Are you having fun there?
Yeah.
Are you learning stuff?
Yeah.
Tell me one thing you've learned in second grade this year.
Math
Mm-hmm.
and spelling.
Spelling? How many spelling words do you have each week?
I don't know. I don't count them.
You have 10.
I don't know.
Do you know your words for this week?
The WH words.
Are you doing WH words too?
Mhm.
The what, where, why, who?
Why? When?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the others.
Okay. Do you know how to spell why?
WHY.
Do you know how to spell who?
WHO.
You're doing real well already, right? Almost ready for that test. You have a test on Friday, right?
Mhm. And on Monday.
Monday and Friday?
Mhm.
What kind of test do you have on Monday?
Spelling.
Was that the pre-test?
I don't know.
But you have a test on Monday, right? Okay. Why are you a Hazel hero?
Because my house was on fire and I got all my sisters and brothers and my mom out.
Your house was on fire?
Mhm.
When was this?
In October.
In October? And your house caught on fire.
Yeah.
Was it at night?
At night, yeah.
How late at night?
I don't know.
Pretty late?
Mhm.
Was it dark though, right?
Mhm.
Was everybody sleeping?
No, not everyone.
Who was sleeping?
No one was sleeping in our house, but probably some of the neighbors were.
Okay, so some of the neighbors were sleeping. And where did the fire start?
In my room.
How did it start?
Well, my brother, he said he didn't mean to do it, but he did it.
Okay, so it kind of caught him.
He's only, 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, he probably didn't mean to start the fire. And so a fire started in your room, and you ran and got everybody out, right?
Mhm. But my mom tried to put it out,
She tried to put it out.
but it wouldn't go out.
Oh,
And after the fire engines came, they put it out, and then it came back.
it
The
did?
fire went up again.
No kidding. In your house again?
Mhm.
And then, so you guys had to get out a second time?
No. It just, everyone was out and everyone left, but I guess my mom said it was on again. The
Huh.
fire came
So
back.
Tell me what happened to your house. Did you have to move out of your house?
Yeah.
And have they got it put back together yet?
No, they're not going to put it back together. They're going to demolish it.
They are. Where are you living now?
I'm still living in not Wordsworth, but I'm living in, what is it? Channing, around the block from where I used to live, and it's the biggest house on our block.
Oh, it is.
Mhm.
So maybe you have a lot more room now, huh?
Yeah.
And that was really fast thinking. You wanted to be sure that everybody was safe, right?
Mhm.
And got everybody out, right?
Mhm.
That's a good job. You deserve to be a Hazel hero, to be sure that you keep your family safe, right? I guess all of us worry about our families sometime, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we really do. Because sometimes things happen, you want to be sure that your family's always safe, right? You have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, one brother and one sister.
And what's their name?
Carl Dix.
And your sister's name?
Karen. My brother's Charles Guerra Jr.
Okay. And do you have a number 1 on your hand, too?
Yep.
Does that mean that you're having hamburger for dinner? I mean, is that you're having steak?
Yep.
Steak and mashed potatoes, right?
Mhm.
Why didn't you choose the hamburger is what I want to know.
I don't like the fries.
You don't like the fries. Ah, well, at least it's not the hamburger this time. It's that you don't like the french fries, right? And your name is Carl Dix, right?
Yep.
And your teacher's name is?
The cycle.
Mrs. Schlegel. And that's at Webster School.
Mm-hmm.
And Carl, why are you a Hazel hero?
So help the teacher, listen to the teacher, help my mom. Yeah.
What do you help the teacher do, Carl?
Put the papers up and wash the boards and that.
Okay, so you're a big help to Mrs. Schlegel, right?
Yep.
She tells me that sometimes when some of the smaller children have a problem in terms of finding their way around Webster School, 'cause that's a big school, right?
Mm-hmm.
It really is. You're able to help them out and let them find their classes, right?
Yep. I used to go to Hoover too.
Did you used to go to Hoover?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're at Webster, right?
Yep.
Which school do you like the best?
Webster.
You like Webster. What's this X here?
Cross.
Who put that on you?
Me.
How come you're writing on yourself with your pen?
Ain't no pen.
It's not? It's a pencil?
Yep.
Okay. I know that Mrs. Schlegel wrote that she appreciates very much your help in her classroom, and she said that you behave yourself,
Yep.
and you do your assignments, and you help out just a whole lot. So we're glad to have people like you in our school. Thanks. All right, our last group of heroes come from Clark School and from Longfellow. And I'm going to start with this little person right over here, right? Are you a little person?
No.
You're not? You look pretty big to me, right?
Wait.
How old are you?
4.
4 years old? And what's your name?
Carmen.
What's your last name, Carmen?
Myers.
Carmen Myers. 4 years old, right? How do you like school, Carmen?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? What kind of things do you do in school?
Play and talk.
Play and talk? You get to talk in school? What kind of things do you talk about?
I don't know.
You don't know, you just talk, right? What kind of things do you play?
In the dollhouse and the slide.
You play in the dollhouse? Do you have dolls in your classroom? Who's your teacher?
Mrs. Flaherty.
Mrs. Flaherty at Longfellow School, right?
Wait.
Now, are you guys having a special program? What's your special program going to be?
St. Patrick's Day.
You're going to have a St. Patrick's Day program, right? Going to have dinner for your parents, and then you're going to have a little program. What are you going to do in the program?
Sing and eat.
Are you going to be a leprechaun? Are you? And then you're going to sing? What are you going to sing? Forgot the names? I bet you Mrs. Flaherty, when Miss Flaherty starts singing it, you'll be able to sing it right along with her, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You like school? I'm glad. Why are you a Hazel hero, you know?
Because I'm a good listener and a good talk.
You're a good listener and a good talker, right?
Right.
And you're able to listen and talk at the right times. Miss Flaherty said that you follow all the rules so that when you're not supposed to talk, you don't talk, right? And when you are supposed to talk, you talk.
Right.
That's good. You keep up the good work, okay?
Okay.
All right. You can stay right there while we talk to Amanda, right? Amanda, you're from Clark School, right?
Yes.
And you're the lady with the pretty earrings, right? They got little hearts and diamonds, looks like. And where'd you get those?
My Aunt Barbara.
Your Aunt Barbara. Why did she buy them for you?
I don't know.
Just 'cause she liked you?
I asked.
Does she do that for you very often?
Yeah.
She buys you stuff?
Uh-huh.
No kidding. You think that your Aunt Barbara would buy me something?
I don't know.
Probably not, right? How long have you gone to school in Hazel Park?
For 6 years.
For 6 years? And what grade are you in now?
4th.
4th grade? And what's your last name?
Blaine.
Amanda Blaine. And who's your teacher?
Mr. Swallow.
Mr. Swallow. And why are you a Hazel hero?
Because I won a jump rope contest.
You, who sponsored the jump rope contest?
Edison and Ford and Clark.
Okay, and so you had like 3 or 4 schools who were there, and you were the first place winner?
Yeah.
How many times did you jump rope?
2. This is my 2nd year.
Okay. Now, how many times did you have to jump rope to win?
As many as you could.
How many did you do?
138.
138. And how many misses did you have?
I think 3.
3. And that was just you twisting it yourself, and you just see how many you can do, right?
Mhm.
They didn't do any of the fancy stuff like I see on TV.
No,
Can you do any of that?
I don't think so.
You don't think so. And you were the first place winner in all those, from all those schools. What class do you like best in your school?
I'm not sure.
Do you like gym?
Yeah, probably gym.
And how many days a week do you have gym?
Just 1.
Just one. And who's your teacher?
Mr.
Masseray? Is that who it is?
Yes.
I thought he was in your building. And what kind of things do you guys do in gym?
We play tag sometimes and we do stuff for points.
What do you mean points?
We do sit-ups and however many we can do, we get points for that.
Okay. And some kind of like fitness test, right? You have to do sit-ups and pull-ups and things like that. Are you physically fit?
Yeah.
Must be if you jump rope for 138 times. That's a lot of times. In what was it, for a minute?
Mhm.
It's a lot of times for a minute, isn't it? All right. Thanks. You guys keep up the good work. Longfellow and Clark, right? This portion we have Superintendent James Gibson here and Community Education Coordinator Ann Bashinsky to do the presentations. Mr. G.
Very good. Our first hero is Lisa Norsworthy from Hoover School. Congratulations, Lisa. Amy Bush from Hoover School. Congratulations, Amy. Margaret Davidson from Edison School. Margaret, congratulations. Keith Brown from Edison School. Keith, congratulations. Mao Yang from Henry Ford School. Congratulations. Juliana Youssef from Ford School. Congratulations. Kristen Trout from Roosevelt School. Congratulations. Jacqueline Mahalik from Roosevelt School. Congratulations. Teresa Ewald, United Oak School. Congratulations.
You know she's got her meat pen on?
Oh, I sure do. What a wonderful job that was.
Yeah, that was good, wasn't it?
Really. Carrie Adrian from United Oak School. Congratulations there. Carl Dix from Webster School. Carl, congratulations. Crystal Uselman from Webster School. Congratulations. Amanda Blaine from Lee Clark School. Congratulations. Carmen Myers. Carmen Myers from Longfellow School.
This is our 4-year-old.
Hi there.
There you go,
Congratulations.
Carmen. There you go.
And I might add, in addition to the certificate and the T-shirt, that each one of the students got a free sundae from the Dairy Queen down in 9 Mile. And knowing that today's pretty warm, is it open? And it's open. It would be really nice if you stopped by on the way. And for you that are watching, thank you very much for watching.